and welcome to another edition of Blue Blood on the Mainline. I'm your host, Curtis Sumter, and I will be joined today by the original host of the show, my best friend, Jason Frazier. What's up, bro? What's going on?
Not much, man. How you doing, Kurt? Thanks for having me on.
What you mean? You were one of the ones who inspired me to do the show, and I'm glad to just be walking in your footsteps. Hopefully I'm doing a good job. I know you got a chance to watch, a few episodes of the show, So I know hopefully I'm living up to Jay Frey.
No, you're doing an amazing job. I like the work that you're doing. I like the interviews. It's fresh and it's exciting. Seeing season 2 and seeing the guys come on and talk Villanova hoops, and everything is just getting better.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Well, thank you, man. It means a lot coming from you. So just want to take a moment to introduce you to the new fans, everyone who's an existing fan or who has been a fan for a while obviously know who Jay Frey is. So Jay, just take a moment and just let everybody know exactly who you are from your high school basketball accolades and why you chose Villanova basketball.
Well, my name is Jason Frazier. I'm from Long Island, New York, Amityville to be exact. That's the high school I played for. We won 3 straight state championships there. Was a McDonald's All-American. Played on the greatest AAU team ever, which is Long Island Panthers program. I actually played with you, Kurt. As you know, it was us and Charlie and Alan Ray played a tournament or 2 with us. We played against Randy, and it was just a special group of individuals that were either playing against each other or with each other. And, you and I had much success on the basketball court. And I chose Villanova for numerous reasons. One, I remember the best recruiter at the time was Fred Hill in all of college basketball. And, he had went to Villanova. I actually met Coach Wright my freshman year in high school. And when I said met him, it was it was in passing because we had the Empire State Games at Stony Brook on Long Island. Stony Brook University was holding the trials for Empire State Games. And I remember I should have made the team, or at least I felt everyone else said it, but the program directors, one of them being the Longwood head coach, he wanted his senior to be on, who was a center. And he said, it's okay. We're just going to put him on because he's a senior. You're going to have 3 more other years to play. And, I was naive at the time. I believed in life. When you outcompete someone, when you outcompete someone and you outwork them, you get what you earn, and that's not, reality. Reality is you prepare, you outcompete someone, you do better than them. It gives you the opportunity to get what you want, to earn it, right. Because there's other factors, as this one was more a little political, could make it. And I was real down at the time. And my high school coach, Jack Agostino, who I stay in touch with to today, knew Coach Wright for years. And he, just brought me over and said, hey, I just want to introduce you to my freshman, Jason. He was just trying out for the games, got cut. And then Coach literally spoke for me 30 seconds, if that. But it was important. It was important. And it was my first contact with any coach of any magnitude past high school, so even just a wave to me was a big deal. And obviously, then you went to Villanova. And I remember when I spoke with, I think Randy had committed at the time. And you had committed and it was like, yo, let's do this, right? And I'll never forget, it was the day of the deadline. And I remember the night before I was praying and I asked God, I said, hey, look, just lead me. Because it was like a lot of pressure on what to do, the right decision. And Villanova was what, spoke to my heart, and the rest is history.
So you just went and summarized pretty much from your freshman year to your senior year in high school and then on to Villanova. But I'm going to just kind of fill in some blanks, right? Okay. So when I met Jay Frey, like Jay Frey said, he was the guy trying to make the Empire State Games. Very, very good basketball player. Didn't know how good he was. Completely different guy than what he was by the time he was a senior. This guy never wanted to shoot the ball, had to yell at him, scream at him to shoot the ball, would never look at the basket. One of the best team players, I mean, defensive players I've ever, come to meet. And through those years of high school, playing at AAU, you saw the progression, right? Because you had all these other top guys, Amari Stoudemire, you had the Chris Bosches, because this was like the time of the big man, right? If you was 6'10", you was it. You know what I mean? It was opportunities. Yeah. Like you said, when you outwork somebody, outcompete somebody, and that's what you did on a game basis. Like no one ever, outworked you on the basketball court. I don't care if they were better than you talent-wise, so to speak, or people thought they were. When it came to mano-a-mano basketball, you always took on that challenge. And I think that's what constantly propelled you. Because when we came together, I was ranked higher than you, but that didn't matter. We were on the same team playing. But I slowly started seeing you pass me. It just slowly start passing others, right? I was like, damn, Jay, right? But I understood it because you were just something different than I had seen, So just for those who don't know, Jay Frey was one of the best defensive players. He's known in our program as the champ, at least within our class. Like we used to, Jay would walk in the halls and scream, "The champ is here," right? Attitude king, right? Rebounds, assists, blocks, steals, screens, dives, whatever you needed to win, basically. And the most important thing, he had a fearlessness, that none could match pretty much, and was the anchor to a lot of success. And again, he didn't tell you that Amityville was a B school, right? Weren't you guys like B division?
B division, yeah. So Long Island goes by population. We had my graduating class.
No. Let me tell you, it don't matter. It don't matter. In the city of basketball, it was B division, right?
Yeah,
so that's all that matters, right? So Jay will come up to the city and just kick everybody's butt. I don't care, nationally ranked schools, whatever it was. Jay put Amityville literally on the map, and like you said, won 3 straight, championships. So it wasn't easy getting you to Villanova. I'm gonna tell you that. He didn't just, oh, hey, I played with Kirk. Like you said, those opportunities, you doing so well, those opportunities put forth for you led you to possibly making a jump to the NBA. So you had a huge decision to make, whether to go to college or try to pursue your dream. So I'm glad that I had the opportunity to play with you, and got a chance for you to, make the decision to come to Villanova, as well as Randy and Allen. But this is all for the newbies, Villanova fans, who've seen the recent success, but who doesn't know. One of the pillars, actually the one who solidified that first class. You know what I mean? Without you, there's no way we'd have been, arguably number 1, number 2 ranked class coming to Villanova, and had the opportunity to be where the program is today. So, I gotta humble you, man. You was the last one, man. You was the one to you know what I mean? Make it official, for real. So gotta give much love to you, man. So stop being humble. You know what I mean? Stop being humble. But also, man, what's going on now? What's going on now in life? How's everything?
Everything is great. The most exciting thing going on now, I just had my wife, Tashay, and I just had our 3rd child. That's it. Number 3. That's it. Aaliyah Frazier. And, it's just been great. It's been great because I haven't been traveling like before. You know how it is. You with the Sixers and other NBA teams. It's just, it's a lot of travel. It's a lot of travel. A lot of travel I've been with my wife since we were teenagers. So she's, our relationship's always been either long distance or just I'm always constantly on the go. And this is the first time I was able to be home a lot with the baby, and it's just a great, exciting thing. And here it is, we're knocking on the door of 40, the big 40, soon, and it's a new injection of energy in life, having an infant, so it's great. I'm enjoying it.
I remember, like you said, your wife, lovely wife, Tasha Knight, you guys been dating, since, like you said, since teenagers, since back when we were playing for the Long Island Panthers.
Yeah.
You know her very well. And like I said, I know you before you was, who you was now, before you was a man of God. Like, and this was good. It was like you met your wife and like, your life just changed. I say overnight for me on the outside looking in, but I know nothing happens overnight. You know what I mean? Everything takes hard work, dedication, discipline. But what I saw overnight was, the commitment or the promise to yourself, right? To try, right? To find God, right? And this was, at a young age, this is like, as a 16, 17-year-old, we like, Jay, man, like what's going on? Like, but the maturity that came with you, when you making that decision, and it trumped everything else. And that's what, I think made our friendship grow, even stronger too, because, I come from a family, who has strong faith. And I know who God is, but to see a friend of mine, my age, like truly commit to it, after being a knucklehead like me, you know what I mean? Like over a week, I was like, wow. And I seen the discipline. I was like, okay, like this guy is, he's different, and I think that made our relationship better, even on the court and off the court. And obviously, when we got to college, it was, it helped us get through college. You know what I mean? Your strength, helped us, get through college. I won't say just you, but it helped me as well.
It was tough. It was tough, man. You know what? Actually, I was speaking with our AU coach, Gary Charles. I was speaking with Guy about a week ago, and we were talking about. He was talking about the program, and it was amazing when you think about it. Because I remember when we went to Villanova, everyone had like their moments. I remember when at first, before Randy really took his monumental jump and became real confident and had it in his mind that I'm the guy, I'm going to be the greatest, that kind of thing. It was, remember Alan Ray, freshman year early, showed promise beyond what anyone can expect. And I think the pivotal moment was that practice when Gary Buchanan and him were shooting lights out. And we knew Gary Buchanan was a senior. So, all right, fine, he's shooting lights out. Everything's supposed to be fine. We expect that. But then here it is, this freshman, is shooting. And I remember when Coach Wright stopped and said, oh, we're going to keep playing until we get stops. And Gary and Alan, don't you dare think about missing because we're going to still run. So it was like, damn you do, damn you don't, right? And I remember that after that practice, his confidence level went up and you saw that in him. And he was scoring real well. And then sophomore into junior year, it was like, hold on, Kurt is unreal. And you were that first generation of today's positionless prototype player, where if you really think about it, there was no weakness. You post, you played on all three levels. You played behind the three-point line, you had mid-range, and you had post-game. And you can handle the ball, you can shoot. There was nothing you could not do. Guard a center. Everything was all legit. And then you remember it was like, man, Kurt's leaving. And then unfortunately, we had the ACL tear, the ACL injury. And then it was after that Randy really, took off, to new heights. But it was just, the whole point is, it was a very, very unique, interesting group because even with all of that said, we genuinely liked each other. We were all friends. And the bond, we see it, last today, I speak with A-Ray still, I speak with Randy, we all speak with each other, and it's not just us alone, we have Chris Charles, Chris reaches out every now and then, and, I'll speak to Nardi a little bit, and even the Young Bucks, even Dante and Dwayne, every now and then you speak with them. So it was a great time.
It was so, that whole process, trying to pick a school, Villanova. Obviously, you know, we decided to go there, but just the amount of attention that was given to us, even more than I expected, you know. So it felt like some kind of pressure. Like I would tell people, we went in there saying, hey, it's the underclassmen against the upperclassmen, you know, trying to set the tone. And they looking at us like, what? Like, what do you know? But it was a little cockiness, you know. I said they put us in our place, but we weren't like bad, like we don't want to be friends with you guys. Like, no, but there was just a competitiveness.
Yeah.
You know, it was just like only basketball is us against you. But in the locker rooms, outside, you guys are our seniors. You know what I mean? We love you. You guys are gonna be our big brothers. And that's when they really took on to us, because they saw how cocky we were on the court, but yet how respectful we were. You know what I mean? How we wasn't in there trying to, like, you know, come in there like this is my spot or anything like that. We wanted to be a part of something, but at the same time, we wanted to say, hey, you know, we're here too. You know what I mean? And we're trying to establish ourselves just because of the success we all had as players coming in. So speak to that a little bit, Jay, because you let us, I'm gonna tell you that right now, when we said underclassmen against upperclassmen, I swear we would go back to the locker room or to the rooms and say, Jay is out. Like, there's no way. They might come get him in the middle of the season, because you was just on a whole nother level. Like, what? Where did your mind go from the moment you committed to Villanova and that summer? Because that summer, that first summer with Villanova, Jay, I think that was the best basketball I think I've ever seen you play, man. Like, so what? Speak to that for me.
It was.
I know that was on purpose.
It was 4 less injuries. That's why. It was 4 knee surgeries less. That's why you see me moving so well. Oh man.
But it was a mental. No. That's funny.
All jokes aside. On one part, seriously, on one part, it was, you know, I could move better. You know, I wasn't as injured. I wasn't injured then. I wasn't injured. Right. You know, I was like injury free at that moment, and I remember that because I think with us, and then also with myself, we came in with that attitude because you got to remember where we're from in New York. You know, you remember ISA, you know, bring your game, not your name. You understand? Like you had to earn your keep every single game. Your name meant nothing. And then also, in order to survive, you have to fight. And that's what we know. So every time we went across those lines, it was a fight, and it was a fight for supremacy. But to your point, what you're hinting at is it wasn't in a rude or disrespectful way. It was, I'm going to rise up the ranks from out competing, not shaming you, not trying to hurt you. And that's what ball's supposed to be. And then for me, it was the same thing. Like I never understood I don't understand the talk to this day. I still don't understand how people say, whoa, you know, I can't believe we play like that on national TV. National television doesn't mean anything to me. Matter of fact, for me, the smaller crowd was always more pressure than 10 million people watching. Now, here's my logic. Mm-hmm. If you're in a gym and it's a small crowd, you get dunked on, you feel like that those same 10 people watching you the whole entire time. When it's 10 million, yeah, they're watching, but it's, you know, the faces, they start to wash each other out. Mm-hmm. It's not, when it's small, it's like that heckler. It's like being heckled in a small gym with a small crowd, and you feel personalized like that guy, as opposed to the whole entire gym booing you. So what? You know, I can drown that out. But that one person, you know, you hear their voice and they, you know, becomes personal. So when I crossed that line, you know, I was nice. I was a nice guy off the court and everything. But when I crossed the line, I took it personal because I saw, I guess I had a different kind of insight. When someone defends you, their objection is their whole entire purpose is to stop you from scoring. So they're saying you're not going to score. The heck I am. What do you mean I'm not going to score? That's personal. You understand? Think about it, when you contest someone's shot, you're trying to block it. So if I can verbalize, you know, it's called body language. If I can verbalize what I'm saying with my body, I'm saying, Kurt, I'm about to strip you right now. And if I don't steal the ball from you, I'm going to block your shot because you're not scoring. If I said that to you verbally, you'll get real intense, you know. But I read that, so I took everything personal. It's a team, and because more than anything else, I hate to lose. Winning is nice, but I hate to lose. You know, so I didn't want to lose, so I was going to fight tooth and nail to make sure that my team didn't lose. And again, I didn't want to lose, but I was the same thing. I and team were together for me. So it didn't matter if I scored 2 points and grabbed 15 rebounds, block shots, assists. I just wanted my team to win. You know, it wasn't just about personal stats.
I got a story. Well, this happened several times, and it would be too many times for me to tell a story. But I just remember, as you know, to contest to what you just said, there would be times in high school AAU games, and even sometimes in practice, if you didn't get the ball, if you felt you were open, and you know, too many times, you know, because baseball, want the ball, I duck in, I run, I don't get this ball. Let's say like a couple of possessions went by, you would be so mad that you didn't at least get a look or a touch, right? What do most people do, or most bigs would do, right? I'm done. I'm checked out, right? You would get so mad that you would just play defense and not run back on offense. Like I would like I'd be like, all right, that's more shots for us, right?
Yeah.
But it started in high school. It was like Jason is nuts. He mad, but you would never stop playing defense. You just wouldn't run back. Yeah, I want you the ball. All right, I'm not running back on offense. Like, what kind of tip of tantrum is that? So that would speak to like you said, you hate to lose. Like, I don't care. Like, you guys, you know, didn't see me or whatever. All right. You know, because like you said, you think you could score. And maybe, you know, whatever the flow it is. But to see you do that, Jay, that would be some of the funniest things I've ever seen. But at the same time, Jay, it was different because then I played with my other best friend, Lenny Cook, as you know, the other player. That's why I jumped to the Panthers, because if he didn't get the ball, he wasn't getting back on defense. So I'm like, dude, like, you know what I mean? So it was just, you know, I saw it. I was like, this guy is really the best, you know what I mean, defender. Like you said, you was just a different type of guy. You know what I mean? So that was just a little story that I have about you. Crazy. Man. It used to make me laugh because I'm like, oh, shoot, Jay mad now. He didn't get the ball a couple times, but at least I know he's still going to play defense.
Yeah, we were going to lose. We're going to, you know what? I remember I was young. That wasn't the best thing to do. And it was above all things. I'm mad. I'm real mad. I'm not going to check out, because checking out means we're going to lose.
Right.
So winning comes first at all costs. So you only, because there's the big man rule. The big man rule was 3-1. You have to be open 3 times to get 1 touch. But I remember 5, 6 possessions, 7 possessions down, I touched the ball. I was like, forget this. I was like, y'all want to play offense by yourself? Go play offense by yourself. What wasn't the right thing to do? Definitely was not the right thing to do. And then I'll block a shot, throw an outlet, and just stand at half court. Only imagine what the college coaches were thinking. Oh man!
But that's the thing, though. Like, coaches wouldn't even get mad, because it was like you understand. It was just different, And coaches like, yo, man, I got to get Jason the ball, man. I got to get Jason the ball, because. Like you said, you got to be open 3 times to 1 or whatever. Right. I think that's because when we first, we were on a team, you was just that guy. You know, we had to say, yo, Jason, like, go score. And then all of a sudden you developed that killer instinct on the offensive side. Then it was like, give me the ball. You know what I mean? And it was like, okay, Jay, but you quickly showed just how quickly, you developed, man. Let me tell you guys a little bit about our partners over at BetRivers Sportsbook. If you haven't signed up yet with BetRivers, now's the time, because they are offering a $250 match bonus for your first deposit. What sets them apart is that they require 1 playthrough just to turn your bonus into cash money. With their new Rush Pay instant approval, withdrawing your winnings is safer, more secure, and more reliable. With conference play starting up, get in on the action by going to BetRivers.com today or by downloading the BetRivers iOS app. Must be 21 years or older. If you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. But I got another story I wanted to tell everybody. So I remember, I think it was, oh, matter of fact, yeah, I got hurt. Remember the day I got hurt? Obviously, everyone knows, but Florida game.
Mm-hmm.
And we sitting down, we were talking or whatever. I just come back out of the locker room. The game is still going pretty good. And, this is like our senior year now. Junior year?
Junior year. Yeah, junior.
Yeah, our junior year. I don't know if you had even played maybe leading up to that game, maybe a little bit or not really, whatever. And I told you like, hey, Jay, I just tore my ACL or whatever, right? And you were like, you tore your ACL? And I'm like, yeah, Jay, I just tore my ACL. I'm like, I don't even know what that means, but they said I can't play no more for the rest of the game, the rest of the tournament. And apparently I got to be out for like 7 months. And he was like, what? And we're in the tournament, because we had NIT, some rough times, and that season was like our year. You know what I mean? Even you were kind of healthier going into that year, but still things. And then I remember I told you that he was like, go tell coach to put me in the game. And I was like, Jay, like, what do you mean? Go tell coach to put you in the game. He was like, go tell coach right now to put me in the game. And I never seen a look on your face in 4 years of so much determination. And I told coach to put you in the game. And it's probably the first time coach ever to me or anything. I don't know what it was, Dave, but you went in that game and you killed, man. Like, think about it. Like, David Lee was on that team. Who else we had?
Matt Walsh.
Robeson, Matt Walsh. Like, we were
and
that
the young,
last team.
Joe Kim, Al Horford, all them were young. They were freshmen. Yeah.
I mean, we were the last team, actually, that game to beat Florida before they went on their 2 national championship run. But, everybody talking about David Lee, you controlled that game for us. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you took it to a whole nother level. And I felt like that was the time. Like, it was like your Kobe moment. You know what I mean? Like, if I felt, for me, like, that was like your Kobe moment. You know what I mean? Like, you went out like a champ. You know what I mean? Like you took us there, because honestly, I don't know we would have won that game. You know what I'm saying? Without you, to be honest with you, there's no way we would have won that game. 4-guard, 3-guard offense was not even, you know what I mean, an option. Like, you really controlled that game, man, in the paint. So I just want other fans to know that, like, you was like not playing, and all of a sudden you went to winning a game for us, man. What was going through your mind that game when I told you that bad information?
I was devastated because obviously that drastically lessened our opportunity to win the game with you injured. But you're my friend, and I knew at that time, my junior year, I had the double knee surgery, so I knew what it was to go through injuries. I knew, because I had some type of inclination of what type of recovery and process you're going to have.
Mm-hmm.
How tough it's going to be. And I didn't want that for my friend. Mm-hmm. I've been through it, and that it pained me. That hurt, because at that moment you were gone. It was a done deal. Everyone knew you were first round. You were a first rounder, and it just came out of nowhere. And it was like, and it went so it was a roller coaster ride. It was on high, excited for you, and then like, what in the world happened? All like that. And then I can feel it, because again, I know what it is to, say, wait, I can come out of high school right now, and it's a reality. And then everything dropped, and I didn't want that for you. And then came the other part, all the work that we have done, everything that we have put together as a duo, as a friend, then also as a class, all the things people don't realize, the challenges we went through in practices, the challenges that we went through coming from the inner city and going to Villanova, just all different types. Everything was on the line there. And then my mindset was like, yeah, we're not losing. We worked too hard for this. This is ours. Yeah. And I remember that, because I think I had that game, I had like 24 and 15. And it was, we're not losing. You know,
Jay,
tell coach put me in the game. We're not losing. We're about to win this.
And I never looked at you more crazier than that moment because knowing what you were going through, seeing you on a day-to-day, injury, you know, not being able to get healthy, weren't playing at that moment. And when I know where Jay's serious. You know what I mean? That Jamaican come out, that look, that real Jamaican, you looks like your mom and come right out. You was like, tell coach to go put me in the game. Eyes this big. And I got intimidated, like, I looked at coach, I said, coach, no, Jason's for real. Because even coach know, when that Jamaican come out, it was like, Jay is for real. And because I was instructed not to tell nobody. But like you said, you're my best friend, Jay. Like we've been doing this for years, and I knew your faith, and I knew you. So it was easy for me to tell you that. And when you reciprocated that back to me, I knew it was on. And I said, no, coach, he for real. Put him in the game. He put you in the game, Jay. And whatever you was feeling, like you said, like if it was internal, it all came out. You had 24, 15, dominating, blocking shots, blocking dunks, rebounding, outlet. Was that one of the games you threw that full court pass to like Mike Nardi? Like
that was against Notre Dame. That was against Notre Dame. That was games. Yeah, block and then yeah.
But I mean, you just you showed out that game, Jay. And like I said, like you said, that's the first time you told me that. Like you knew not that you knew right then and there, but you had an idea of what was to be expected, whereas I didn't have any idea. And you took that energy, man, and you won that game. And we moved fast forward to, you know, going into my my senior year, our senior year, and then it happening again. You know what I mean? And then that's where, you know, again, you and I's relationship again took another climb. You know what I mean? Because, you know, now we're sharing some of the same experiences in another light. And then, you know, I'm looking to you, you know, as you were my outlet. Like you were the guy who I could confide in and be honest with. You know what I mean? Where I couldn't be honest in things. And it led to us, you know, me looking into my faith a little bit more. You know what I mean? Me, because we had our Bible studies, we had our little moments, and I was, Jay, man, you got to pray for me, Jay. Like, you know, we had those moments because I knew, you know, I respected what you was doing. Like I respected, you know, you being a man of God. Like I said, you would do some of the team mass for us before the games. You'll pray you'll pray for the class. We go into class, you'll pray for the class. You know what I mean? Like it was just different things that like I said, you helped me get through those times, man. And I got a tattoo on my arm. It was funny. My aunt was telling me something the other day. I was in New York. And she was like, hey, what's going on in your life? So I was just kind of just telling her what's going on. It's like, yeah, you know, keep up the faith. And she started quoting these scriptures and certain things. And I started smiling. I was like, you know, I got that whole scripture on my arm. She's like, what? You do? I was like, yeah. I said I had it for about maybe like 15 years now. She was like, oh, I didn't know. I was like, yeah, Jason. I said, me and Jason was in there one day. And I said, me and Jay was going over some things. So he kept reading this to me. And I said, you know what, Jay, I'm putting this on me so I'll never forget, you know, when times get hard. So, you know what I mean? That just shows, you know what I mean, our relationship. So you were like, I couldn't have made it through Villanova without you, bro. Just so you know that.
Thanks, man. Thanks. We need each other. And I think if I can remember, it's Hebrews 11:1. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
Whereby the elders receive a good report. Yep, I remember talking about that. And you know, we all need each other. And that's what you know, we talk about take a village to raise a child. It took that whole program, the whole entire Villanova community to cultivate who we are today. And then within our own little bubble, you know, there's bubbles within bubbles. We need each other, and it's tough because it's tough. Man. Life is tough, and then injuries is a whole another story. Yeah. I remember I was injured for 4 years. I remember when Kyle had his injury, and I remember, and I know exactly what he was thinking. We walked in the training room, and you go every day. You know how it is. You go through your regimen, you push. Kyle walked in and just looked at Jeff, and I was like, Jeff, he's having that day. And because what happens, because I know what Kyle was thinking. You go from jumping over people's heads and dunking the ball, right? To jumping in the air, colliding, to getting on the court in 3 dribbles and dunking someone, to you can't even bend your knee 6 inches to touch the heel with your opposite foot on the ground.
Right. Yeah.
Overnight, because you had the surgeries. Overnight. Mm-hmm. And you keep going and you just get frustrated. And, and it's like, and it's talking through those moments, it's those moments where your mind's going one speed, but your body's like, time out, pump the brakes. And then you're guessing, when am I going to return? When is everything, what is normal? And when am I going to get to that? And it's a process, man. And again, the hardest thing about recovering from injury is not the physical part, it's the mental part. And we just needed each other to do that. And I mean, God is good, Kurt. Some people may watch and say, God's so great, why didn't you guys become healthy and go right to the NBA right away and everything else? And, 2 things, number one, it's not about us. And 2, God in his loving way of who he is will then bless you in ways that are immeasurable. So like, number one, being able to, there's other people that got injury that we don't even know, right. or that we know that it's didn't tell their story yet, that was impacted in such a way that they carry for the rest of their life through our trials and tribulations, right? And then going through our trials and tribulations, we don't know. I look at it, I was young, I was naive. I thought anyone who smiled and shook your hand was a good person. And I was very trustworthy because I wanted to believe in the best of humanity at all times, to a fault. For sure. Yeah, that's the way you're supposed to be. But I did it, it was to a fault. So I go to the NBA, I'm going to have a lot more people around me leeching and also, have all this money, do I find myself in a situation where I'm not even here today? You don't know, so within every lesson and every process that we go through, God works things out. And then we have these long lasting friendship, because I believe we still would have been friends, but it would have been nowhere near as close had I gone straight out of high school. For sure. For sure. Definitely. Randy, the alumni, coach, this stuff that you hold on to. Yeah. So, it all worked out. I agree too, Jay. I agree too. And it would have been no shade. You know what I mean? Like you said, Charlie, you and Charlie. Charlie had the opportunity to go to the league. Good chance to see Charlie like that. But Charlie's still my boy. If I hit him on the gram, Charlie hit me right back. It's not even a question. Like we still, same thing with Randy, Kyle, it don't even matter. Like we're still friends, but we're just not in each other's space like we normally would be. Mm-hmm. Totally understandable. But it was crazy. Oh, did you get a chance to see the game the other night? Yeah, it. I was watching. I was texting so many alumni. It was great. It was great. Watching them. I watched the semis and finals. It was good, man. It was good to see them play. Matter of fact, no, and then I even let me see the quarters as well, because I saw the UConn game. Yeah, so I was there on Thursday. I was there with Sterling, hanging out with Sterling. I ran into Priya. I ran into Chuck. I ran into so many other different alums, that was out there, seeing Mike's mom, his babies, just having a really, really, really good time. I get a chance to get out there for the championship game, but they will be playing in Pittsburgh against Delaware for the first round. So I'm gonna definitely try to see if I can get out there. I'm sorry, they played Delaware in Pittsburgh. Yeah, that's correct, in the first round. So I'm gonna try to get out there and check one of those games out that weekend. I think if they win, they play the winner of Loyola and I think Ohio State. So that could be, that Loyola team, Chicago, man, they play different like us. So, but I think we got them though. What you think? Yeah, we got to. What we always say though, handle the first game first. Handle the first game first, and let everything, let everything else take care of itself. And I think I think we're in good position because we're playing very good basketball going into the tournament. And what I mean by that, you know, it wasn't as if we were playing terrible basketball and two players were playing, you know, out of their mind and they went on a great run and we won the Big East tournament. I think we're as a team. And then on the flip side too, it wasn't as if all the shots are going in and everything is just going perfectly. Right. And then you go into the tournament and then you get butt tapped because, you know, you're playing in a grinded out game. So we have won pretty well, won ugly. But at the end of the day, we're finding ways to win and playing the right way, the Villanova way, you know, playing together, playing smart, playing hard, and playing with pride, you know. So it's we're in a good position. You know, I'm just going to sit and enjoy each and every game as it comes.
You're right. We're definitely making the games interesting. That's for sure. But not panicking when those times and those runs are made late in the game, still playing. Like you said, it's not. I mean, Colin. You know, thank God for Colin is making these shots and being the most consistent. But you're finding like everyone having their games. You know, where they're being that Robin, and but still defensively, everyone's in sync. But you just don't see like any panic. You know what I mean? And then, like you said, just when you think, oh, maybe they might be out, it's like, boom, they make they run, they do something in those right moments. So it's just such a great season to watch. Like this team reminds me like somewhat of our, like, it's weird. It kind of reminds me of like our sophomore year. Obviously they've done better, but just that tough, because we easily, I think we were like maybe 18 and 15 that year or something like that. But we lost like 5 out of like 6 games or something by like 3 or like something like we couldn't close those games. So we could have easily been, boom, a 23 wins, you know, team heading the tournament, you know, that year. Like, but we couldn't close. You know, we weren't doing those little things. A box out here, you know what I'm saying? An extra deny, a contest, like whatever it may be, just those little things that couldn't get us on the hump. But you've seen, like, you know, the guys, you know, coming and just talent just all over the place. So I'm just glad to see these guys having the season they're having. And, you know, because and I'm glad college basketball is back to feeling like college basketball too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like this year feels like, okay, it's normal now, the excitement. You know, I know it's a Villanova broadcast, but man, UConn back in the Big East is huge, man. That's a big thing. You know what I mean? You can see that. That's huge.
That was huge. Too. That was huge. Yeah, that's huge for us. Huge for UConn. Huge for the conference at large. You know, it's great. You want that toughness. You want also the rivalries. You have to remember. You know, basketball loves, well, in society. Society loves friction. You know.
Yeah, conflict.
Society, you know, conflict. You have all the friction in between coaches, programs, certain players, headlines. I mean, that's what we look at. You know, which movie has all villains or which movie has all superheroes? There has to be, you know, there has to be a balance. And you know, and that's, you know, what you have in sports, and that's what makes sports beautiful, and that's what UConn coming back to the Big East, you know, adds. You know, it was great, you know, seeing them back, and then fittingly, you know, UConn Villanova, you know, right, you know, on their way to towards the finals, you know, bringing back that old rivalry, you know, so that was good.
I was watching the game the other day, and they were interviewing, oh my God, what was the old coach of UConn? His name again?
Calhoun.
Yeah. He was interviewing Calhoun, and they was talking about, because when Villanova played UConn previously, the coach, Hurley, got kicked out, right? And they was talking about, he was telling a story about when Coach Wright got kicked out when we went up to UConn. Yeah, you know what I mean? I don't think maybe our sophomore year or something like that. He said coach was talking to him in the back, whatever. I was like, yeah, I remember that game. I was like, man, y'all was up there blowing them whistles not right up there. I said, y'all was not playing the right way up there. But I mean, and he said something like, yeah, Jay had to earn the respect from the Stripes. But that's what we used to talk about. Like, we don't have that respect. That we got to get these, get everybody respect. And that was another thing that fueled us. And that's why, attitude was always key and prominent, you know what I mean? And with the refs, with fans, with media, it was just us and our own bubble against the world. That's why we say the Villanova way. We keep everything in house. And but I would just remember when he brought me back to that moment when Coach, same thing. Coach was going at the refs because some calls that were very, very questionable, and he got thrown out the game. So it just it was like, wow, how many years later, same thing.
Yeah, and that's what I like about this current team. That, like you said, they grind. You can tell they have a never quit attitude. And you can only respect that. And their toughness defensively, especially with Samuels guarding the bigs, and then on the offensive end, able to drive the ball. That was you. And then when you went down, we did it with Rainey because Rainey was stocky. And then you're able to have that actually small forward, if you will, guard the center, but then it helps in transition. Or if it's grinding out NCAA tournament game where it's not going to be a lot of transition, especially when you get later on, it's a half-court game, it still creates those drive and kick situations. Now that big is closing on that wing, and that wing is just going to blow by. Not have a favorable outcome. Yeah.
No, that's how we do. Just a lot of versatility on the court. You said it, and even on the other end, on the defensive end, us being smaller, just being able to change defenses time and time again, so the offense can't key in on what exactly we're doing. Right. That like I said, speed and quickness beats strength and power all day. So I think our chances are great. Always, just from our style and how we see the game and play the game. But can't wait to get down there in Pittsburgh and check the team out. But before I let you go, because I know you probably got to change a diaper or pick up a kid from school or rub your wife's feet or all those things daddy got to do, you know what I mean? Because you're running the house right now. Just kind of update everybody, update myself on what you got going on right now, bro.
So we're in this season, as you know, high school just finished with high school basketball, in terms of their tournament runs. The prep schools are going. So it's mainly training, still have my hands and feet in it, training players and enjoying that way. But mainly with Electrical Power Company right now, and where Gary Buchanan is. We talk about that relationship. Yeah, we talk about that relationship where, going to college. And, outside, but as mentioned before, I have that going on. But the biggest joy I have in life right now is just raising my daughter. That's the biggest joy, just being there and not traveling all the time right now, so there's a time and season for everything. So I'm enjoying that process. She's 7 months now, and before we're gonna be crawling and walking. So it's been fun.
That's what's up, Jay, man. I'm so glad to catch up with you. You're going right now. What's Blessing doing, man? When's she gonna sign her music deal, man? She needs some marketing.
She's still writing music. Hey, did you see the video? Did you see the video from her Sweet 16? When she was singing One Night Only to Jennifer Hudson? Yeah, I'll send it to you.
But it's so funny because just over the years, I would see the videos of her singing, and I'd be like, "That's her dad. That's her daddy right there." Because you be walking around singing. I'm like, I'm like, he ain't sound like that though.
No.
I think he had her confidence. I see where she get her confidence from, but she definitely got her mother's voice.
Yeah, she has mama. Yeah, she has mama voice. She has daddy voice. She would not be asking anything. Yeah.
Junior's good too.
Junior's great. Junior's growing. Junior's huge. Junior's up to, so to you, Junior would be up here, above that V. Junior's like right below that V for me. Oh my God. Junior is huge, man. He's 8. So he can hoop. He can hoop. Junior's real good at basketball.
He can hoop. I see you post some videos, man. He don't pass though.
No. He got cool. He got Mamba in him. He's straight Mamba. I think that I've been working on that. He's straight got Mamba.
Like, Junior, you get a rebound, you go full court. Your daddy was outlet at that.
No. And it's he got Mamba. He got a lot of Mamba in him, you know. So yeah.
Oh man, Jay, man, so funny, man. I gotta get out there to come check you. When you're gonna be on the East Coast, don't come to the East Coast without calling me. It's a sin. You know how you forget. It's a sin to come to the East Coast without calling me. So I'm just telling you that.
I'll see you sooner than later.
Yeah, it's same with me, man. I can't come over there without seeing you, brother, for sure.
Okay.
I love you, bro. Thank you so much. Tell Tay I love her too, man. Tell the family I love them too. Tell the whole family what's up, all right?
I will. Do the same for me too.
Stuff.
All right, bro.
I will, bro.
Take care.
Have a good one.
All right.